Steve Keim, Director of Public Relations and Marketing for the City of Enid and also the Enid Television Network. And welcome to the Fireball Run Enid, Oklahoma show. This is the first of a series that we're going to try to get on television for you between now and September 30th. Thanks for joining us today. My special guest, she doesn't need really an introduction, but I do know Marcy. This is Marcy Jarrett, and she's our ambassador, if you will, for the City of Enid. And we do know, Marcy, that people watch these shows from California to Florida to Kentucky to even Texas. And so Marcy Jarrett, she's again our ambassador, our Enid First ambassador that sells and shows Enid. So welcome to our program.
Thank you.
Marcy, I saw this billboard, big billboard on 81, or Van Buren, if you will, and it talks about the Fireball Run, and with some conversations going on, what in the world is Fireball Run? In layman's terms, tell us what it's all about.
In layman's terms, you know, it's a great event where you've got 40 teams from across the country, and they're playing a game of Trivial Pursuit, I guess is what you could say it, and they're using a route across the country as their game board. So in each city, they get clues, they get challenges, they get asked to do some odd things, but they learn about the communities as they move from city to city. But throughout all of that, they're also on the search for missing children. Each team is looking for a different child from their area. And then they also support a charity in each one of those communities. And then on top of that, it's a many layered activity. They're going to be spending $250 in each community that they go through. So we've got some economic development working through all of this, because the people that are on these teams, Steve, they're not normal Joe on the street like you and me. These are people that are CEOs of major companies. They're astronauts. The director of the Orlando Film Festival is in this year's run. They take off 10 days to travel the country looking for development opportunities, and it's an honor for Enid to have them here. And it's been probably a year and a half in the works just to get to this point, to get them here.
Marcy, I appreciate that explanation of Fireball Run. Now, I understand this is a global event. There's live streaming. Enid gets to be showcased around the globe. Tell us how that works.
Well, each of the finish line and the start lines are broadcast live on the internet. So when we talk about broadcasting, it's on the internet, which is seen around the world. They have over 2 million viewership for this show. And they've been approached by the country of India to start a Fireball Run in India. So we know there are countries around the world watching this. And I think the importance of being on the internet is that it will live there, you know, forever. They don't pull this show off the internet. You can watch all of the 7 previous episodes on fireballrun.com. You can see out what other cities did and how they were showcased. And that gives you a chance to see how important it is that we have a great turnout at the finish line and a great turnout at the start line to have the best possible image of Enid. But it is streamed on the internet over several different channels. They chose not to use broadcast television because broadcast TV will pull it off the TV and then it's not seen. On the internet, like I said, you can go watch it when you're awake at 2 in the morning and can't go to sleep. You can go online and watch it. But each one of the finish lines on that Tuesday evening for Enid and the start line on Wednesday morning, those are streamed live. And then they're replayed and they're available on that website, fireballrun.com.
Oh, that's very exciting. So folks, if you ever wanted to be on the internet and be seen around the globe, this is your opportunity on September 30th. Now, there's some recent excitement with the unveiling of the car, Marcy, and the Enid Television Network had the opportunity to kind of do a behind-the-scenes 10-minute video of the play-by-play of describing the car with Dr. Van Hooser and really some sights and sounds of the car, and it really sounds like it can really run. Tell us about Team Enid. There's a 2-person team. Tell us about Team Enid.
Well, Fireball Run is very strict on what they recommend for what makes up a team. And they request 1 be an elected official and 1 be a local business CEO, a business leader. And that's who will be representing Enid for the 10 days and networking with the 39 other teams of influential business leaders and those that could bring a business, open a business, relocate, move to Enid, or tell others about Enid. So they'll be doing double duty, so to speak. Believe me, they're in it to win it. They're very competitive guys, that's for sure. They didn't get to where they are by being slackers, that's for sure. But they're very competitive, but also they're great representatives of Enid. And the reason that Fireball Run prefers, the business executive is that's kind of a peer-to-peer discussion. Then you have an elected official, and that's a peer-to-peer discussion. Because they'll be looking at these other communities and seeing how they do things, and maybe bringing back some ideas for Enid, and then sharing Enid ideas. But they will also have a think tank back here in Enid supporting them as they get goals and they get their challenges and their clues each day. They will have a very minimal amount of time sometimes to figure out what that clue is. They don't know where they're going in each of those 8 cities. And they don't know where they're going in Enid, and I'm not telling them, and they know that. They want to play along like everyone else. But in each of the communities, they will have to follow their clues to see where they go next.
I understand there's a dinner event that's coming up, and we'll spend a few minutes talking specifically about the dinner. But I want to ask you about the events kind of before the dinner and after the dinner. September 30th is our big day. There's the finish line that you've talked about. And then there's kind of the send-off on Wednesday morning, October 1st. So I'm watching this program and I'm listening to Marcy and Steve and I'm saying, okay, how do I get plugged in? Why do I need to be there at the finish line? Or why I need to be there the next morning? So why?
It's going to be a fun event, Steve. And our team, Dr. Van Hooser and Aaron Brownlee, are just great guys. And so we want you to come out and cheer on Team Enid and yell for them, but also meet the 39 other teams, welcome them to Enid and let them know that we love having them here from 3:30 to 6 on September 30th at the finish line, which is right there at the gazebo at the courthouse on Randolph. That's your finish line. They'll be coming toward the west, so you'll want to be there. The first group may start to cross the finish line at 3:45, so you will want to be there. The filming will start. There's going to be a bounce house and fun activities and music on the gazebo. We're also giving away 300 hot dogs to the first 300 people. We're giving away water. And get ready, Steve, you could win 2 tickets to the OU-OSU game. Must be present to win. So come on down, get registered, enjoy the festivities, because once those teams cross the finish line, their cars will sit there, they'll talk to people, they're going to pass out flyers about their missing children that they're helping locate, and they just want to meet you, and we know that you want to welcome them to Enid. So, and then also to cheer on Dr. Van Hooser and Aaron, because they're out there trying to represent Enid and fighting for you, so we want to go and support them. But you'll see some interesting vehicles like the DeLorean from the movie Back to the Future. That will be there, as well as a car from Terminators.
It sounds to me like it's going to give us the opportunity to be on both sides of the street, if you will, to kind of be in a parade, but
Yes.
to really showcase Enid, encourage the participation of these 40-some teams, but really just to welcome everybody.
Yes, and you brought up a good point, Steve. It is like a parade, so we welcome you to bring your chairs, lawn chairs. We welcome you to come down the line both sides of the street. It is just like a parade. And then on Wednesday morning, you brought up the starting line. Wednesday morning, they'll be lining up their cars from 8 to 9. The mayor will make some opening remarks. They'll take lots of photos from 9 to 9:30. Then at 9:30, the green flag, and they're off, and they're on their way to Bentonville, which is the next stop. So you got a chance to meet them, see their cars, wish them well, again, talk about Enid from 8 to 9 in the morning on Wednesday, and then at 9:30 they all go. That's the only time they will all go at one time, so that'll be quite a sight.
Marcy, I know your office is located really next door to the ETN studios here on Garriott, and it says, I'm a fan of Enid, join us September 30th. If somebody is seeing this right now and they go, I'm a fan of Enid, how do I get one of these?
Well, just come on by the Welcome Center.
Okay.
We'll give you as many fans as you'd like. We'll be passing them out during the Cherokee Strip Days parade, when the car will be in the parade. You'll get to see it then. But you're welcome to come by and pick up as many fans as you'd like.
Let's talk about this dinner before our break. You need a ticket to attend this dinner. It's inside the Enid Event Center. That's a big dining hall, if you will. How many tickets? How much is it going to cost? I'm interested in buying several. Tell us how this happens.
Well, individual tickets are $30. If you'd like to be a table sponsor for $500, that would guarantee you a team sitting at your table. So that's 6 tickets plus the team. The event center will be decorated like you've never seen it, like no one has seen it before in Enid. It'll be turned into a drive-in movie theater with 50 classic and vintage vehicles from the Enid Antique Car Club. They're going to bring those vehicles in, so the tables will be spaced between the cars. So during the reception, you'll have a chance to see these amazing vehicles, as well as meet all the 40 teams, the production crew, folks coming in for Fireball Run. We're very excited. We'd love to have a full house, 576 tickets gone, because that will also be shown on the internet. That'll be shown on fireballrun.com. It's a very different event, and the Fireball Run crew is very excited about how that will look and how Enid will be presented at that event.
I know some of us that are closer to the event already have the enthusiasm or the excitement or to see potentially what the Enid Event Center can look like with all the cars and all the people participating. It's really a fun time for everybody to participate. Well, my special guest today is Marcy Jarrett, and our special topic is Fireball Run, Enid, Oklahoma, if you will. And we'll have more about Fireball and with Marcy right after this. Welcome back to our edition on Fireball Run. My special guest, Marcy Jarrett. Marcy's been sharing all kinds of stuff in regard to the Fireball Run that will be right here in Enid, Oklahoma on September 30th. Marcy, you talked about the evening, you talked about the dinner, you talked about tickets to participate, to be at the finish line, to welcome all these people from all over the country that are coming with their cars to participate. And then there's this send-off on October 1st. Let's say I'm unable to be there, on Tuesday night when they come into town, but I can be there Wednesday morning. Where should I be and what time to help as these teams depart?
Good question, Steve. The finish line and the start line are in the same place, which is right on Randolph. There'll be a red carpet across the road. Can't miss it. And be right there at the gazebo. And like I said, the finish line, they'll be heading west. Starting line, they'll be heading east. So you'll want to line up just like a parade. Line up along there. The cars will arrive between 8 and 9 in the morning on October 1st. That's your chance to get up close and see those cars and meet those team members and wish them luck. And then at 9:30, the green flag goes and they head out on their way to Bentonville. They'll have a police escort out of town and then on their way on 412. But do join us that morning. That's a great chance to meet up with the team members and see them from 8 to 9 and welcome our mayor's comments at 9 and then green flag at 9:30.
We thank you for watching our program today on the Fireball Run as we're talking about how you can be involved as a citizen of Enid. And again, it's on September 30th. And as Marcy just shared the information on, all these teams are going to leave the morning of October 1st. Marcy, this program is going to air several times, and hopefully we can get together again in our schedule and talk a little bit more about Fireball Run in a couple of weeks. But you have some information sheet or a fact sheet that's very helpful. It's in layman terms of what this event's all about, and as a citizen, how I can participate. How do we get a hold of one of these fact sheets?
Well, the fact sheet's available, of course, at the Welcome Center. Come on by, we'll give you one, or it's on our Facebook page, or it's also on our website, visitenid.org. We have a Fireball Run page on there as well. And then I believe the city has shared it on their Facebook page. They're great about sharing that information. I encourage you to visit the City of Enid Facebook page and or our Facebook page on Visit Enid or visitenid.org. Or just call us at 233-3643. That's 233-ENID 3643. And we'd be glad to give you more information.
Marcy, here we are in September. This question wasn't on our to-do list, but let me just ask you this. How much work behind the scenes and how long ago did all this start? I think we had an initial meeting, I don't know if it was last year, it seems like it was last year, but this is just not an overnight deal.
Oh, it is not. We've been working on this for just about a year, almost a little over a year, because we've had to provide 3 site visits for them before they would decide, yes, they're definitely coming to Enid, because there are many cities that want them and they don't choose to go there. Enid is very fortunate and they won't be coming back. This is a one-shot deal. So we've got one chance for Enid to look great on the internet and to promote a great image of our city. But it's been an honor to have them. They are based out of Orlando at Universal Studios. So we brought them here for 3 site visits, toured them around the community. They love Enid. They love the energy. They love the momentum. They love the stories. They love the people they've worked with. They feel like they're in very good hands, and part of that is because of you, Steve, and your crew here, and everybody at the city. We have so many good partners on this that are helping this work. We're just a staff of 3. We could not do this ourselves, but there are partners throughout the community, and we're very grateful for that.
Well, Marcy, we've spent just less than 20 minutes talking about this, but I know we could probably go another 20 minutes and another 20 minutes. So we'll have you back, and whenever we can get together, and we'll talk a little bit more and share some things that we haven't talked about. In the meantime, Marcy, thank you for your work behind the scenes, because this is a great opportunity for Enid, so we appreciate your work, and also all the staff on Visit Enid, because there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes to make this thing happen. So thank you very much, and we'll look forward to visiting with you again.
Thank you for having me, Steve.
You're welcome. And thank you for being with us today as we talk about Fireball Run, Enid, Oklahoma style. And we look forward to talking to you or sharing more information with you about Fireball Run. Again, the date to keep in mind is Tuesday, September 30th. That's when all these teams come to town, and Team Enid. And then the departure, the morning and Wednesday morning on October 1st. There's tickets for the dinner. Go to the website, contact us at the city to find out about how you can participate in the dinner. And again, this is a great opportunity just to showcase what Enid, Oklahoma is all about, and to showcase to the globe, not just Garfield County. So it's an exciting time. Thank you for being with us, and we look forward to talking to you, sharing more information about Fireball Run 2014 in a couple of weeks.